Hey y'all, welcome to Coloralong. This is Bunny. So this page is out of Peter Pan by Fabiana Attanasio. She has a series of books. I only have the Peter Pan, the Wizard of Oz, and the Snow White. I know she has a Cinderella, a Hansel and Gretel, excuse me, a Jungle Book. I'm not sure about anything else. I don't have those. I found out about her um, a while ago. It was like not a while ago, but after she had already came out with her book, so I missed out on the Cinderella ones and the Hansel and Gretel. Um, they're out of print now. I can't find them, so there's that. I'm not super happy with a lot of the images in the Peter Pan book, but it is what it is. Anyway, I wanted this to look like a clock tower, like in the coloring in the animated version of this book, because I believe he's flying, so obviously it's a clock tower. I wanted brownish, reddish brown bricks, but I haven't figured out how to get that color with the. I should have color mixed it, but I wasn't thinking about it. I was thinking I could go over it and make it darker. It didn't too much work out, but anyways, I'm super happy about how I can make bricks now. So I do it. If I can find a way to make bricks at this point, I'm making bricks. So anyway, I'm using that is watercolor palette to create these staggered bricks for the clock tower. So that is what you are seeing in this particular clip here, and then I will be back in a few. So now we are back, and you can see that I finished up the bricks off camera. I tried to darken up some spots, I believe with brown. I didn't really too much like it, so I'm gonna go back in at some point and use a darker red. But right now I am creating the gold for the metal areas of this page. And so I'm using a bright yellow, a mid-tone yellow, and then that brownish yellow. You'll see me bring out that tray that I'm scooting right now. And then I'm also going to use try to use a brown to darken up certain areas to make another add some depth to the gold, or if you want to call it brass. But what I'm doing right now is not gold. It's meant to look aged, like it's just worn a little bit, but the area around it is meant to look more gold, more brassy look. And so that's what I'm doing at the moment. All right. And I finished that off camera as well, and then I went back into darken up and make some shadows. So real quick, on the side here you see this random outside brick. That is what my camera mount is on because of the desk that I have. So I bought a camera mount, but then somehow, well, not somehow, but it goes on the back of my monitor, but it's not working right. And so, well, it works okay, but it doesn't give always gives the best view of the page, and it's clumsy, and I have to move things around when I'm doing other things, whereas this is right on the desk. It's just a little bit easier for me at the moment. So anywho, that is why you see a brick on the desk. It is holding my camera mount until I can figure out a new camera to use. So I am using blue. So his skin tone is not going to be blue, but I saw he's no longer really active on YouTube anymore, but his name is JMR Art, I believe. And so his underpainting for skin tones is usually blue, yellow, or green. And I noticed that for darker skin tones, he tends to use blue or green. Especially if it's a dark skin tone, he goes more on the blue. So I picked that up from him, and what it does is it desaturates that color. So if it's red in that brown, it won't be as red. It'll be a little bit darker. And so that is what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to use the brown to go over that. Also, his Peter Pan, so we know he's green, so I'm going to use the green color. And I will come back in a minute, but I'm going to go off with this right now because I have my vacuum running, and it's about to empty the bin, and it sounds like an airplane engine when it does that. So. So one thing I've learned when working with watercolor is to move around the page if you want to continue to work on the page, and that will give what you've just done time to dry, and you can keep working that way. So I went back to the brick. Like I said, I want to darken up some areas, and I want to create some variation in these bricks, make them imperfect. I want to create some flaws and some variations of color. Some of them have a little stippling in it, or like, little. I wanted to make it look like it crumbled a little bit. So I'm going in there with a darker shade of red and trying to just add some interest to those bricks. So, and while the green and the blue dries more. So that is what is going on in this clip here. So now I'm going to go in and do the first layer of dark skin tone. And this is before I realized on another page that I should really do the darkest color I want to do first, and then try to blend in a lighter color instead of trying to work in the dark, because it's easy to get splotchy. And I think it turned out all right here, but I did learn the lesson on another page. But anyways, this is going in with a brown and giving him his skin tone. And I had forgot all about the shoes when I was doing the green, and so it's not a big deal, obviously, because there's still a lot of things that need to be still colored on this page. But that is why his shoes wasn't done the first time around, because I had forgotten all about it. And with his hair, I gave him an afro. I would have given him curly hair, but I don't know how to do that in watercolor yet, so I just went ahead and gave him an afro. I do need to get some micron pens. I had some, and when I bought them, they were so completely dried out, brand new, dried out. But I haven't replaced it, so I will replace it at some point. But for this page here, I just went ahead and just did a afro type situation for his hair, and you will see that in a few. so as you can see, I did the afro off camera. I forgot that I did that. So in this clip, I am just finishing up. I'm adding some shadows. I'm touching up some areas that I forgot to get to, and just really finishing the page. I'm not super happy. I'm happy about the afro. I'm happy about the skin tone. I wish I had went back in with something to really add some interest to his clothing, but I didn't really think about it or see it until after I had decided I was finished with the page. And since I had decided I was finished with the page, I was finished with the page. So yeah, this is just the last bits of adding some shadows and some finishing touches, and then the page is all set. So I want to thank you all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you feel inclined to. I would appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, y'all.